You're not supposed to talk about sex or religion at work. So I guess it probably also follows that at an environmental activism conference, probably also shouldn't talk about the importance of money. She said, yes, you should. Good. I got one. A few hundred more. I'm working on you. Give me a minute. All right? Yes, there we go. Right, I don't care. I told you I'm not scared. Okay? Because that's what I want to do. I want to figure, I don't understand why not. I say why not. Because honestly, those two are inextricably, inescapably combined, right? They cannot escape each other. I mean, first of all, let's just state the obvious. They're both green. Right? So they hate that, right? Because one's like, go green, and somebody else is like, I'm going to make that green. And then somebody's like, I'm making that green. And they're like, yeah, you should go and go green. And they just like, can we just pick a different color for one of us? But that's fine. The other thing is, honestly, like money is one of the biggest challenges toward creating sustainable climate change and just social issues in general, right? We heard so many speakers talk about this. I would be able to go carbon neutral or carbon zero, but I'd have to lay off 45,000 workers. Or, I don't want to be addicted to oil, but I don't want to pay that much for gas. We want this, we don't want to pay that. The two, literally, the biggest, making green is like the biggest hater for going green. Seriously. And so I just figure, like, instead of being caught in that duality, let's just crack that open a little bit. Let's explore that. Let's just, instead of trying to run from it, I say we just face it. I say we just find ways to make ourselves comfortable with money by finding ways to redefine what money actually is. And that's what I'm going to do up here today. I want to take you guys on a journey, a 5-step journey to redefining wealth, right? The 5 steps to creating new money, if you will, right? I want to challenge these parameters and look at different ways. And I'm going to make sure I do what it's going to be. We're going to go all over the place. I promise you I'm going to keep checking my time and making sure we're still good. We're still good. No, we're still good. Okay, good. Honestly, I want you to just think about one question. How much money you got? How much money you got? How rich are you? You don't want to tell them in front of them? It's cool. It's cool. Let me rephrase the question. What's your money shot? Anybody know anything about film? And you know that the money shot is the shot that makes the entire scene worth it, right? If you get that explosion right, the whole action scene is worth it. It's the Matt Damon car chase in Bourne, or the Notebook when they finally kiss in the rain, and you're like, oh my God, right? It's whatever that scene is. It's the final moment that you go, that was awesome. It made it all worth it. So if you picture your wealth, what is the image that you see that makes how you earn your wealth worth it? Right? And let's just be honest. How do you define wealth is what that causes you to actually answer. And I need you to keep it real with me, okay? Because I know at least one of you is sitting there like, well, I have always defined wealth as saving the little penguins. I call BS. Come on, son. You know that's not how we start. We start with, I would like some Louboutins and maybe a Beamer. That's how we start, right? Everybody pat your pockets. Right now, pat your pockets. Pat your pockets. This is where our concept of wealth starts, right? Fat pockets. This is the first money shot that we have in our community. It's right here. This is what makes us think wealth is about serving self. And that is how we define it. It's material. So that's why we, New Year's Eve comes around and we start, we show up at the party. We got a little drink in our hand and we thinking about the year ahead. And we like, this year, it's about the money. It's about working hard enough to make dollars that afford full benefits, ice on the wrist, 6-figure whips, filling the void between eating top ramen and eating good fish, with 12,000 square feet that kiss the beach, my yacht taking 10 parking spots on the dock, my wife never forming her lips to ask the price. It's about earning my slice of the pie, but supersized with extra fries. It's about toasting of my success like clink and grow rich, like hard work pays off. Get my check, get my bonus, rinse, repeat, problem solved. Get my check, get my bonus, rinse, repeat, problem solved. Because basically, son, it's about the money, right? And now you start thinking about how money becomes the definition for your material wealth, which defines how you serve yourself. But then you start thinking, well, I am working hard for this money. It's got to be a better way. And suddenly you begin to reconceive what money can actually be. And now all of a sudden you're like, okay, wait a minute. Instead of my money, me working hard for my money, what if I actually get my money to start working smarter for me? You know, it's like the first time that you get a taste of financial literacy, you know? You start being like, oh, it can work smarter for me. You know, you start learning about a little passive income, you know, start learning about savings and financial freedom and investment, right? And then investment makes you go, well, wait a minute, let me think about the way we define that term. It's like I'm investing in something that earns me a return, but the return doesn't have to actually be money. I could invest in something that actually earns a return of like sleep. I don't know about you, but a brother wouldn't mind a return of a little bit more sleep these days, you know, or time with family, you know, or vacation or happiness, right? Then you start going, well, what if I take that vacation time or that happiness and I reinvest it? Now I'm using that return as currency to earn more return. And you starts blowing your mind because you're like, they said money can't buy happiness, but apparently maybe money can actually be happiness. It can be passion, it can be purpose. And then you start thinking about this alternate form of currency that you can interact with, right? This is actually how I operate with my business and my life. You know, whenever I hire people to join my team, I always ask them, what is your alternate currency? Because you're going to work hard. We got work to do in this world. You're going to work hard as we serve others. You're going to work for more than for less actual physical money than you might feel like you're worth. We're going to work a lot of hours. So I don't want you feeling like you're underpaid. What are you going to be paid in working this job that supplements your paycheck? Is it the currency of service? Is it the currency of joy? What is that alternate currency? It's like teachers, right? I used to be a 5th grade teacher. Teachers, any teachers? Any teachers? Word, teachers, yes. Yeah, any middle school teachers? Yo! Oh! I was supposed to be a middle school teacher. I tapped out. I went 5th grade. I was like, I'm going to catch them a little earlier because I ain't trying to knock a middle school student. Anyway, so teachers, right? Teachers are, you know, heavily overworked and grossly underpaid. But I know so many teachers, lifelong teachers, that the word poor no longer accept species that are ignored, right? It's about going from what, Bangkok to the oceans in Bangkok to the glaciers in Alaska, right? From the mountains of Canada to downtown Vegas. It's about giving the delete finger to businesses that don't give a buck about clean air and clean water, clean dollars and clean power, teaching big data how to be a gentle giant, super size, but extra wise, filling the void between greatest margin and affordable scale so that more people benefit and I still do well. It's about pockets filled with collard greens because my empire only eats soul food that's holistic and nutritious, off investments that are rich with more lettuce and liquid, less beef, more ease, less grief, more cheese, less multiple choice, more E. All of the above. Government organizations and corporations and foundations committed to financial innovation through collaboration where big business decides to occupy healthcare. Banks make education too big to fail. Congress declares the environment a SIFI. Technology bails out the planet. Microfunding turns global caregivers into global breadwinners as we finally take the bread out of inequality, take the dough out of politics, take the yeast out of debt, take the green out of green, or put the green more and more green. We're still working on that one because they say they're the same color, but you basically remove the impurities from my securities to create an ocean, a giant, healthy, oil-free, teeming with life blue ocean of conscious capitalism and environmental activism from which we drink and grow rich, serve and no bliss. Reap, but first sow this, what we have, what we teach, what we give, how we gain. This stock is the most valuable currency we could ever exchange. So basically, it is about the money because it's finally been redefined with your hand in mind, taking the journey from singularity to solidarity, right? Redefining our concepts of wealth with new terms for prosperity. This summit is about that, and it does not begin until we recognize that that is where our consciousness will have to end. New terms for prosperity. It's not about this summit or who you meet. It's about whether you call me and we keep playing next week. It's not let's shake hands, let's get together, let's do lunch, let's do coffee. It's let's make plans. Let's work together. Let's get active. Call me. And when you do, you better be ready to man your teams and arm your battleships. Oh, and notify your day spas. Because by the time y'all get to Ottawa, you better need a hell of a manicure and massage. It is nails dirty time. Sleeves up, ties loose, sweaty brows. We got work to do, one young world. And what better time than now? What better world than ours? What better place exists? What better folks than us? What better way than this? Thank you. Thank you.